Dear students, today we are going to discuss chapter 9, Force and Laws of Motion. So first of all, what is force? So force, it is an external effort, push or pull, which may move a body which is at rest, or it may stop a moving body, or it may change the speed of the moving body, or it may change the direction of a moving body, or even if it is stretch or compress, then it may change the shape and size of the body. Then what are the effects of force? Force can move a body at rest. It can stop a moving body. Figure 1, the force can move a car which is at rest. Figure 2, if the ball was moving, then if it is catched, then it can, the applied force with hands, it can stop a moving body. Effect 3, it can change the speed of a moving body while cycling in picture 3. If you paddle fast, you are applying force, so it can change the speed of a moving body. It can change the direction of a moving body, the example shown in fourth figure, while batting and while rolling. It can change the shape and size of a body if it is stretched or compressed. Then we have two types of forces, balanced forces and unbalanced forces. So what are balanced forces? If two forces act on a body in opposite direction, and if both the forces are equal, then the resultant force acting on the body is zero. ठीक है, so such type of forces are called balanced forces. So the balanced forces, they cannot change the state of rest or motion. Unbalanced force, if the two forces are acting on an object in opposite direction but their magnitude is not equal, one of them is greater, then the forces are said to be unbalanced force. Then force of friction, it is the force which opposes the motion of an object over a surface. Example, a rolling ball on ground gradually stops due to the force of friction. If we stop paddling the bicycle, it gradually slows down and comes to rest. So dear students, if we have an object with uniform motion, it will continue to move with uniform motion if the force acting on it and means the pushing force and the frictional force are balanced. Uniform motion means it will cover equal distances in equal intervals of time. If an unbalanced force acts on the moving body, then its speed or direction, then it can be changed. So then we have Galileo's experiment of motion of an object on an inclined plane. So you are seeing this inclined plane. So when a marble ball, it rolls down an inclined plane, its velocity increases, and when it goes up to the second inclined plane, its velocity decreases. If the inclinations are equal of both the planes, then the marble, it reaches the same height. So if the inclination of the second plane is decreased, it will travel more distance to reach the original height. So if we continuously decrease the inclination, what we will see, if inclination finally is made horizontal, the marble ball will travel forever trying to reach the same height. So an unbalanced force is always required to change the motion of the marble, but no force is needed to sustain the uniform motion of the marble. Newton first law of motion, what Newton first law of motion states? It states that an object which is at state of rest or it is in state of uniform motion, it will always be in rest or in uniform motion until and unless it is compelled to change that state. And who will compel to change that state? That is by the applied force. Inertia, it is the natural tendency of objects to remain in a state of rest or uniform motion. That is why Newton's first law of motion is also called as law of inertia. So what are the types of inertia? There we are having three types of inertia: inertia due to rest, inertia due to motion, and inertia due to direction. So inertia of motion, it is the natural tendency of objects to remain in the state of rest. Inertia of motion, it is the natural tendency of objects to remain in the state of straight line motion. And inertia of direction, it is the natural tendency of the object not to change the state of direction. So if a striker hits a pile of coins on a carom board, the lowest coin moves out, and due to inertia of rest, the other coins, they fall down because they want to be in the state of rest. Second example, if a coin is placed on a playing card over a tumbler, is flicked with the finger, then due to inertia of rest, the playing card, it moves, but the coin, due to inertia of rest, it falls down into the tumbler. When we travel in a car and the driver applies the brakes suddenly, then we tend to fall forward due to the inertia of motion. So these are the pictorial examples. Inertia and mass. So basically, the body which is at rest, that wants to be at rest, that continues to be at rest, and a body that is in motion, that continues to be in motion. This property of a body is called as inertia. So the force required to change the state of a heavier body is more obviously than the force which is required to change the state of a lighter body. So hence we say that mass, it is a measure of inertia. Then dear students, basically then we will discuss momentum. So momentum of a body, it is defined as the product of mass and velocity. So if a body is at rest, its velocity is 0, so its momentum is also 0. The SI unit of momentum is kilogram meter per second. So if a truck is moving at a very low speed, but it can kill a person standing in its path because the mass of the truck is very heavy. Similarly, if we have a bullet of small mass and when it is fired from a gun, it can kill a person because the velocity of the bullet is very high. So it means the impact of a body, it depends on mass and velocity, and this product of mass and velocity, it is defined as momentum of the body. Then we discuss Newton's second law of motion. Newton's second law of motion states that the rate of change of momentum of an object, it is directly proportional to the applied force in the direction of force. So what is the mathematical formulation? Suppose we have an object of mass m that is moving along a straight line with initial velocity u, and it is accelerated to velocity v in time t by applying force F. So what is the initial momentum? It is mu. The final momentum is mv. So the change in momentum is final momentum minus initial momentum. So rate of change of momentum is change in momentum upon time taken. So this is directly proportional to the force applied. So v minus u upon t, it is change in velocity with time, it is acceleration. So hence F is equal to ma. Now the unit of mass is kg, and unit of acceleration, it is meter per second square. So the unit of force, it comes out to be kg meter per second square, and it is known as Newton. Its symbol is capital N.